What's up, man? I'm gonna start diving in more on this UFC tip. I like the UFC. I respect their motto. Unlike boxing, which I do love boxing. Boxing is my favorite choice. If I had to, watch a really good boxing match versus a really good UFC match, I will still choose boxing. But one thing about the UFC, man, these guys fight each other. And I know a lot of people won't say, well, it's because they have one guy running the show in Dana White, which I respect, man. Maybe boxing needs to have some type of format to where, maybe they have a committee or something running something to make sure these guys get in the ring and make sure these guys fight. Because that's one thing about the UFC. The guys, they don't have much room to be ducking and dodging each other. And, Dana White put these guys in the ring. But this fight between Woodley and Teal, this is gonna be a really, really good fight. Both of these guys are strikers, but I could say Tyron Woodley is a high level striker. Teal is a high level striker. According to what he has done in his short career so far. Woodley has been doing it on this level for a little while. He's the champion. He's one of the best welterweights in the world ever to ever step in the octagon. I still say George St. Pierre is the greatest welterweight so far. I would like to see Tyron Woodley fight George St. Pierre, but this could be a trap fight for Tyron because he's looking for a big fight, and he wants to fight either Conor McGregor, and I heard him say he wanted to fight George St. Pierre, but he says George St. Pierre is ducking him. But so I don't know what's going on there, but I believe Woodley, he is taking this guy serious because one thing about Woodley, his whole identity is with his title. He loved being the welterweight champion. He has said that on numerous occasions. So I don't think he's taking this guy lightly. This is a young guy, strong, tall, lean. He likes to go in there and get it. Like he said, he respects Woodley, but he said Woodley last couple fights. A lot of people say they were boring. See, one thing about the UFC can be more tactical than boxing because the UFC, you have a lot of ways to lose. So a lot of those guys go in sometimes overly cautious. You know what I'm saying? When Tyron Woodley fought Damian Maia, he was a little bit cautious because Damian Maia can submit you. Damian Maia is a submission artist. He can go in there and submit you. And Tyron Woodley did very well in a tactical standpoint. Now, was it fan friendly? No. He was able to stuff all Damian Maia shots. Damian Maia tried to take him down. He was able to stuff every one of them. He did land some big shots on Darren. Darren had a really, really bad swollen eye. So he did some things, but he didn't do it the way that Tyron Woodley when he knocked out guys previous to that. And then his fight versus Wonder Boy, the first fight was really, really good, really excellent. Wonder Boy was a pretty good fighter. Took great shots from Tyron Woodley, which the shots that he hit Wonder Boy with would have knocked guys out. Now, this guy, Teal, he went in there and beat Wonder Boy by decision. So, they have that fight. Both of those guys have that fight in common. And I think this is going to be a great fight. I think Woodley is due for a really, really good fight of the night. He's due for a possible knockout to knock the guy out. Now, this guy can knock Woodley out too, so Woodley has to be on his P's and Q's. But I think Woodley may have more dimensions to his game at this point in these two fighters' career. Teal, he's young, so he's ambitious, so he want to go in there and put on a great show. So would that leave him open to possibly getting hit with some big shots versus Tyrod if he comes in and just try to worry about trying to knock out Tyrod and not really kind of defending himself properly? Yes, that could happen. And Tyrod is, if he's not taking this guy serious, he can go in there and get surprised by this young dude. But I might look at this fight, man. I might go ahead and look at the fight just to see this fight because I want to see these two guys. These are two high level strikers, and it can't help but to be a really, really great fight because I believe the young kid is going to come forward. Let me know what y'all think out there in the UFC world, man. I'm cover more and talk about the UFC much more. I did used to look at UFC about 5 or 6 years ago, on a regular, about 8 years ago when Chuck Liddell and them was there. You know what I'm saying? Rampage and all those guys. My favorite fighter is John Bones Jones. It was before that George St. Pierre. You know what I'm saying? So I do Chuck Liddell. I do like some of these fighters, man. So let me know what y'all think about, man. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know who y'all got. I'm out.